All right, an abortion ban, as we mentioned, inches closer and closer to becoming law in Indiana. Today, the House there voted to keep the Senate bill, which did pass over the weekend.
There has been really contentious debates over whether to allow exceptions for rape and also incest. Joining us now is Professor Stephen Caliendo with North Central College to break some of this down for us. Thank you so much for being with us, Professor.
It's good to be with you, Anthony.
Let's start with this. We are hearing the debate is centered around the exceptions. What are they and why are they so contentious?
The exceptions in this and the bill that the Senate passed over the weekend are rape, incest, life of the mother, and a fatal fetal flaw. And I'm not exactly sure how that's worded or how it's going to be determined, but something that would be fatal. In other words, that if it would continue on through the gestation period, that it would either die along the way or that there would be death immediately afterwards. And so they're very limited exceptions. And so what we're left with is controversy on both sides. There were some Republican senators in Indiana who said this didn't go far enough. They wanted an outright ban with no exceptions whatsoever. And of course, there were other senators who said, this is a difference, of course, from the 20-week rule that's in place in Indiana now, and that this was interfering with a woman's right to choose and a doctor's right to offer medical care.
Professor Caliendo, some states actually criminalizing women who seek an abortion. Is that the case here with the Indiana version in its current form?
There isn't clarity on enforcement, and I think that's one of the other things that folks were frustrated with, particularly folks that wanted the bill to go further. There's definitely details that need to be hammered out in the House version that will be heard and taken up this week, and those are real sticking points. What happens on the enforcement end? I know that there's been some statements by a number of medical associations in Indiana worrying about healthcare providers, the ability of the state to continue to attract healthcare providers if they're going to face any potential criminal charges against them for engaging in their practice. And then, of course, the question is what happens if women seek the procedure and procure the procedure? Will we really seek to imprison or otherwise criminalize that behavior on the part of women who are seeking the procedure?
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. As we know, Illinois borders Indiana, so it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. But let's talk about the bill itself. It narrowly passed in the state Senate. How likely is it to get through the House and get signed by the governor?
It may depend on how some of these provisions get worked out. It was narrow, but again, there are some people who voted against it because it didn't go far enough, and people who voted against it because it went too far. And I think we'll see similar types of breakdowns in voting in the House when that happens as well. So it's not just simply a case of party line voting. There are some Republicans who generally support restricting abortion access in whatever way they can, more than the 20-week rule that's in effect now. But if it doesn't go the whole way, if it gives exceptions, as we've noted, some of those Republican legislators are not going to vote for it. And then, of course, those who want to keep the abortion procedure safe and legal are certainly going to vote against it no matter what.
We'll be keeping an eye on it. Always appreciate your perspective, Professor Caliendo from North Central College. Thank you very much.